Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. The third edition of the Suriname Energy Oil and Gas Summit has started, with President Chandrika Prasad Santokhi pledging to make the Dutch-speaking Caribbean community one of the top oil-producing countries. He told the opening ceremony that in order to achieve that goal, foreign investments would be needed, as well as good governance. Quote unquote, "There is no room for political shortcuts if we want to become what we can be," said Santokhi, adding that while his administration is going to do everything it can to accommodate the oil and gas industry, it is also going to go to great lengths to move away from fossil fuels like the rest of the world. Foreign Affairs, International Business and International Cooperation Minister Albert Ramdin said that the summit is a success, noting that it is being attended by a greater number of people. This year, 150 exhibitors, participants from 40 countries, more than 200 speakers, and 560 top executives attended. At least 41 people have died in a Honduran women's prison, a spokesperson from the Public Prosecutor's Office said after an apparent prison riot. Authorities are working to identify the bodies, saying some had died from burns while others had been shot. Delma Ordonez, president of an association for prisoners' families, said that a brawl had broken out at the prison in the early hours of yesterday between members of two rival gangs. Images released by local media showed black smoke coming from the prison building. Relatives of the inmates were stationed outside the prison late Tuesday, seeking to find out about their loved ones. There is a history of deadly prison incidents in Honduras, with 18 inmates reportedly killed in a gang fight in a penitentiary in 2019 and over 350 dying in a fire in 2012. Haitian children face a severe lack of food, medical support, and education, the head of the United Nations Children's Agency UNICEF said in the capital Port-au-Prince hours after heavily shooting rang out near a packed camp of displaced persons. Heavily armed gangs have expanded their turf and now control communities, accounting for some 2 million people. According to UN estimates, mostly women and children living amid frequent extrajudicial killings and sexual violence. This has fueled a humanitarian crisis the agency believes has internally displaced over 165,000 people, while driving many to attempt a dangerous escape by boat. Quote unquote, "Children are malnourished, they need help and the world needs to pay attention," UNICEF Executive Director Catherine Russell said in an interview. "The children desperately need health care, like immunization and schooling," she added. Quote unquote, "Adults need to stop fighting and take care of the children," end of quote. The agency estimates over 100,000 children are at immediate risk of starving to death, out of a total estimated population of around 12 million people. Thank you for watching. I'm TIANA.